Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue the book of Isaiah, and I have finished chapter 20 and part of chapter 21. I'm going to continue to read. So the beginning of chapter 21, it says prophecy against Babylon, and I'm going to continue to read the second part and the third part are the prophecies against Adam and another country. So I'm going to read it first. A prophecy against Adam. An oracle concerning Duma. Someone calls to me from Seir. Watchman, what is left for the night? Watchman, what is left of the night? The watchman replies, morning is coming, but also the night. If you would ask, then ask, and come back yet again. A prophecy against Arabia. An oracle concerning Arabia. You caravans of Dedanites, who camp in the thicket of Arabia, bring water for the thirst. You who live in Tema, bring food for the fugitives. They flee from the sword, from the drawn sword, from the bent bow, and from the heat of battle. This is what the Lord said to me. Within 1 year, as a servant bound by contract would count it, all the pomp of Kedar will come to an end. The survivor of the bowman, the warrior of Kedar, will be few. The Lord, the God of Israel, has spoken. Prophecy about Jerusalem, chapter 22. An oracle concerning the valley of vision. What troubles you now? What you have all gone up on the roofs? O town full of commotion, a city of turmoil and revelry? Your slain were not killed by the sword, nor did they die in battle. All your leaders have fled together, they have been captured without using the bow. All you who were caught were taken prisoners together, having fled while the enemy was still far away. Therefore I said, turn away from me, let me weep bitterly. Do not try to console me over the destruction of my people. The Lord Almighty, has a day of tumult and trembling and terror in the valley of vision, a day of battering down walls and of crying out to mountains. Elam takes up the quiver with her charioteers and horses. Kir uncovers the shield. Your choicest valleys are full of chariots. The horsemen are posted at the city gates. The defense of Judah are stripped away. And you looked in that day to the weapons in the palace of forest. You saw that city of David had many breaches in its defenses. You stored up water in the lower pool. You counted the building in Jerusalem and tore down houses to strengthen the wall. You built a reservoir between the two walls for the water of the old pool. But you did not look to the one who made it, or have regard for the one who planned it long ago. The Lord Almighty, call you on that day to weep and to wail, to tear out your hair and put on sackcloth. But see, there is joy and revelry, slaughtering of cattle and killing of sheep, eating of meat and drinking of wine. Let us eat and drink, you say, for tomorrow we die. The Lord Almighty has revealed this in my hearing. Till your dying day, this sin will not be atoned for, says the Lord Almighty. This is what the Lord Almighty says. Go, say to the steward, to Shebana, who is in charge of the palace. What are you doing here, and who gave you permission to cut out a grave for yourself here, hewing your grave on the height, and chiseling your resting place in the rock? Beware, the Lord is about to take firm hold of you and hurl you away, O you mighty man. He will roll you up tightly like a ball and throw you into the large country. There you will die, and there your splendid chariots will remain. You disgrace to your master's house. I will dispose you from your of face, and you will be ousted from your position. In that day I will summon my servant Eliakim, son of Hilkiah. I will clothe him with your robe and fasten your sash around him and hand your authority over to him. He will be a father to those who live in Jerusalem. And to the house of Judah I will place on his shoulder the key to the house of David. What he opens no one can shut, and what he shuts no one can open. I will draw him like a peg into a firm place. He will be a seat of honor for the house of his father. All the glory of his family will hang on him, its offspring and offshoots, all its lesser vessels, from the bowls of all the jars. In that day, declares the Lord Almighty, the peg driven into the firm place will give way, it will be sheared off and will fall, and the Lord hanging on it will be cut down. The Lord has spoken. So this is chapter 22 and part of chapter 21. The prophecies against Edom, and Arabia, and Jerusalem. A prophecy about Jerusalem is not against, just about. But the two prophecies of Edom and Arabia are the against, and oracles. Use parables actually is not directly say, like watchman, what did you see? And said, I see the morning, yet the night is also coming. So this is the kind of parables. And about Arabia, calling them they are rich, probably they have the caravans, and ask them to share their plunder and prosperity. And in terms of prophecy about Jerusalem, this is quite long. I just finished them all, but it just saying that the forest of wood will here. And you looked in that day to the weapon in the palace of the forest. You saw that the city of David has many breaches in its defenses. So if you see this forest had a fortress of the palace in that place, that means because the city of David has breaches. And they was not prepared. They set up their water in the lower pool, so eventually taken over by those force from the forest. Palace of forest is the quotation mark. I think if you recall the history, Israel, when during the Moses time or Joshua time, they said, for those who have from the foreign nations, serve them as the law workers or carpenters working with the wood. So this is probably indicating, because and also at the same time saying that the God chosen people working with the stones, and so this is probably, if you see the palace from the wood, the forest rising up, that means you, the city of David, the people, establishing your pool in the water in the low pool, which means that's no good. So this is about, and this is how I connected from the previous, but as my limitations. So I'm going to stop here, and hope that you can read and interpret in your own way. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.